Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to South Africa's most important and also South Africa's biggest board meeting.
We all, in our small corners, have a role to play. That's why a gathering like the directors' event is so important in creating a platform for debate amongst some of the top minds and role players in the fields of education, entrepreneurship, and technology in South Africa.
Concrete action plans must be the outcome of these discussions. But most of you will agree that the dialogue itself, the interaction of people from various disciplines, is much more important than the outcomes, because they form the bedrock upon which those actions can be executed.
In our own communities, what changes can we effect in creating a different future for young people in our country?
We want to do what has been done elsewhere. We shouldn't reinvent the wheel, but in certain respects, our challenges are unique. And we therefore have to go deeper than other people have had to go in order to truly grapple with our challenges until a solution is found.
This is the first year BCX is involved with this event, and as a proudly South African organization, we're always looking for meaningful and impactful events that we can participate in, and the directors event is one such event.
I will be handling this panel discussion on a very important subject, and it's under the theme Youth, Employment and Entrepreneurship, Securing South Africa's Future. It's a timely discussion to be having.
So how do we then enable, through product development, the facilitation of funding through all the SETAs, not just the services SETA, that covers all economic sectors, that will be able to ensure that there's access to reliable and quality and professional services to entrepreneurs at the different stages of their life cycle. And so our solution is very much taking a cognizance of needing online solutions as well as practical solutions.
You've got to ensure that the people who are coming through have the requisite skill. In the absence of a full set of qualifications, at least the potential to grow into the new roles. And then as an institution, we give them a helping hand to break through that.
The impetus behind internships is to upskill a person to a point where they develop the technical skills, the psychological capacity and maturity to cope within a work environment, and also other things that I feel are left out in those programs.
We really do need to innovate the way we use the time that we have young people in these businesses, in these structured programs, that we get creative about giving them those tools.
Let's practicalize interventions. And then I want to ask a question to the private sector. Are they ready to trust young companies with their money?
We're now going to talk about perhaps one enabler, and that is technology.
Nobody can really say he's an expert in fourth industrial revolution, precisely because it's a multiplicity of technologies that are at play.
For us, learning is the key differentiator going forward now. Critical aspect is any individual's ability to learn, relearn and unlearn, and that will be the biggest hindrance or success factors in how we move forward within South Africa, within the economy, and even on a global scale.
There's nothing more disempowering at the moment than being digitally excluded. And digitally excluded in terms of, do you have access? Can you use it? Is it making an impact in your life? And how do we address that?
When we're looking at the young people, we really need to be very aware of the possible negative consequences that this could have beyond just making a profit.
With the democratization of data being critically important, if the user of data can have ownership and access of data, why can't the user be the one who decides who uses my data?
If you were the one delivering that State of the Nation address, how would you diagnose where we are at this point in South Africa? I'll start with you, Prof.
We need to make a new start, and we need, in a way, a new paradigm for taking South Africa forward.
Some hard decisions are needed, some hard trade-offs are needed, compromises are needed. I think the president needs to lead us as the president of the country.
Yeah.
And we have full confidence in President Ramaphosa.
If you look at the contestation within the ruling party, it's not between the masses and the leadership of the ruling party. It's within the leadership itself.
We don't have the kind of political instability that makes it difficult for us to move forward.
You need an efficient and reliable energy. We know that. But the way it has been managed up to date, if you look at ESCOM, it seems as if we don't recognize the importance of energy. We can't even start to think and talk about the fourth industrial revolution if you don't have energy.
Thank you so much for making the time to have the important conversations South Africa needs to have. I look forward to seeing you for the 6th edition. Thank you.
Corporate governance is about ethical and effective leadership. If they don't get this right from fledgling days, their business will not grow and sustain itself.